wanting to work with each other on this board collectively. I have seen social media defamation. I have seen defamation.
The reason he said it, because he hated the truth to come out.
And so we can't say that we
So he's hiding
when it is convenient
behind his
for
words.
us. We have to say that we're going to be a team all the time. In every single
He's a
situation,
wolf in sheep clothing.
I love the fact that
They're working as a team. Remember I told y'all about the fox in the hen house?
on the subject matters.
They don't care nothing about
And so
District
that
3.
is the actual objective.
And these two
And so
latest
if
women
we
that
can
showed
steer
up.
away from the defamation on
Be careful,
social
New
media,
County, because some of them are
we
running
can
for
come here
office.
and say, yay, let's be a team, and let's hoorah. But then we leave this space, and we go to social media and defame the ones that we say we want to work with them. We want them to work with us. It doesn't work that way. It was stated by one of our residents that you get respect when you give it. And I think we got to keep that in mind to give it so that you can receive it. I also wanted to address something that Commissioner Henderson stated. And I know this has been misconstrued for a while, and I think it's time for me to truly address this concern. For one, I never stated that anybody that sat on the board of
The
Nelson
chairman
was actually
keep
being paid.
Mr. Shepherd
What
out
I
the
did
meeting.
was, in that meeting with Anthony Henderson, I asked a question. Anthony Henderson said, no one is getting paid on that board. I said, okay, and moved to the next question. So it has been misconstrued that I said that someone was getting paid on that board. And so I want to take this public opportunity to apologize to Ms. Allen. If that is how it was taken,
He really
I
don't mean it.
apologize for that. That was never my intentions. I never intended to say that if that's how it came across. I want to make a
Well, long overdue.
apology to her. So
Because
that
she is a
I can be
citizen.
clear, I
So
never
why
stated
is
that
it that
anybody was that I asked the question.
she should sue him for
The next
slander?
thing I want to address is that it has been stated several times that I'm here to line my pockets. For one, I'm not getting any monies outside of the salary that has
Look how he
been provided to
sugarcoat
me
this.
that all of the commissioners are actually getting.
He gonna sweeten
As a
the pot
matter
up
of
for you.
fact, I worked in corporate America. I worked for the Coca-Cola
No.
Company in project management for 20 years. I always wanted to go into entrepreneurship. I was blessed
I thought about
and fortunate
bleeping that
to
out.
transition out of
But we'll
corporate
let him go
and
ahead
into entrepreneurship back in 2020.
and finish
For those who don't know, I don't get up and just tell
throwing
my business all the time.
mud on the mirror
As a
and
matter of
saying
fact,
he
my
didn't do
wife,
it.
works a full-time job.
Oh no,
and
it's
also has a
spaghetti
business. And
against
so
the wall and see what's gonna
the money
stick.
that I generate
It's election time
for
in
me
New
and my
County.
family is from the hard work
So,
and the dedication that I
take
put
it with a
in
grain of
for my
salt.
3 businesses, my wife's
And
job
stuff.
and my wife's business.
I wonder how
And
much
so
of that
we don't
Aqua Farm
have to
money did he
take
get?
under-the-table deals to be able to
One would
lead
never know
and
unless the
understand
federal
that
government
God
come in
has
here
blessed us to
and
be
check
able
their
to be
pockets.
entrepreneurs and to
That's what I would
work
ask.
for, individuals
The government
that
come in here
pay
and
us
check
for
all
what
their
we
pockets.
do. And then last thing I
Because
do want to say is
you give $1 million to
the
Piedmont Hospital, but you don't have enough money to give to
the $495,000.
the sheriff department. See, he laughing.
Let the words of my mouth and meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. To address the social media comment, Newton County is used to doing things quietly. When I came into office, I even had my former director of development services say, Commissioner, you finally got people awoken in Newton County. They're paying attention to politics. Actually, Ms. Daniels, who approached me and said, I voted for you, and you got me interested into politics. And I finally paid attention. And you even told me some other things. You and I used to sit together and talk about various things. And so
Talking about he's not lying in his pocket. Mason know he full of it.
But I'm here to say
The Threat Nation News probably there
have a
speaking.
voice. So I get blamed for every person that speaks out in the community because I'm vocal. I was raised not to sit back and allow anyone to do anything to you, and that you have a voice, and you shall use it. And you should speak for truth. I think the issue in here is people don't like to hear the truth and don't like to be held accountable.
All right.
And so when accountability comes to play, we want to say it's propaganda, we want to say it's lies. But everybody knows that when I get information, they call me the receipt keeper. I'll pull out a receipt in a minute, and I'll pull out open records in a minute and speak on it. It is election time. People are going to say various things. They're going to say certain things to make themselves look good. That's what it's supposed to do. You're marketing and branding yourself so people can get your vote. But one thing about myself is I am going to pull out an open records every time. I even teach my constituents, my neighbors, on how to do open records and where to get them from. And when they ask me for that information, I can pull out every document and everything that I've said and verify and show. Moving on, I would like to showcase it's about 15 individuals here in Newton County, actually 18.
Mr. Chairman.
They have
Right there,
never
Mr. Chairman, he
been
kicked
acknowledged. They are
Mr.
the
Art
18
Shepherd
trailblazers
out of a
in
public
Newton County
meeting
to integrate Newton County schools.
for no reason
And
at
I was
all.
talking to them on yesterday.
So he
and they
violated
were
this
telling me,
man's
we have
First
never
Amendment right
acknowledged those
to address his
trailblazers award.
government.
I would love to.
Where's the
check them out.
accountability, Newton County?
It's 18 names. I can't call them all out now, but I have those names. These are individuals that integrated Newton High for Quad, which is the elementary school, from freshmen to seniors. And they were the first African Americans to integrate Newton schools here in Newton County. So it's really important that we actually look at that and acknowledge those individuals. This weekend we had a locker room athlete event for men. I was asked years ago to put on an event for men, and I felt like I shouldn't have to because I'm only female, but I went with that. And I worked with, there's about 8 NFL veteran players and some actually Super Bowl winners. And they had a time of their life with young men this weekend. It was about 70 men, young men in Newton County, had an opportunity to be mentored by nine NFL players. So that was amazing. I also want to thank the award that I received. I received one of the top 25 Trailblazer Awards here in Newton County. And I just received a message that I also received a President Joe Biden Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award for my work in volunteerism. So I'm thankful for that, and many blessings to you all.
Thank you, Steve. What I say is brief, maybe not so briefly, is there's winners and there's losers. The winners are the city of Covington when they used to be a barn and right in the river barn. They had color on one side and white on the other side. And I was a young man who tried to find a job. My mama said, "Close, you can get a job, but you can not. This is how you go work." I got a job there. And one day I got back from the job, and one of my bosses was over, and I had to use the restroom, so another guy in the restroom, the color side, so I went to the white side in the restroom. And he told me, she had a guy on the board, ooh, wait, man, he struck a match. And I think I touched all the way from the barn, all up to Sam Walton's office, tell him what they got. And I thought really thought we fired, because I was crazy. I was just crazy. But I didn't get fired. I made a change. And the change was that, hey, they might have said, right on the other side, so you use every minute on. You use them all. Want to. And that's what we got to do here. And why do people do it all the time and they run for office up their lives? I remember about 4 months ago, I was the worst thing ever happened. $15,000 last year. And Stephanie, you know, with $15,000 that we had spent, and you can spend more money, and you know there's over 12 years. Then what you did was, you took pictures of the stove, and like we took the county money and paid for it. Well, guess what? We didn't. The stove's on my money now. And find somebody to give it to me. Then you talk about this, my grandson. My grandson said we had took money out of that budget and paid him. That was a lie. So now, sir, you hide them up, hold them on to them. Come up here and tell us all this stuff. And 1 or 2 months ago,
The truth hurts.
now I'm going to say this. And what the losers are, never not convincing. Those children don't have nowhere to go. You help make it that way. Email them to the commissioners, tell them what to say, help make it that way, but yet you you won't try to solve the problem. Talk big, but you won't do nothing. And that's the problem that we have in this community. I've been my whole life, and I love each and every person in this community. I was raised here, educated here, and when I die, I'll be buried. Mountain Lion Cemetery in the color section with my grandmother, my grandfather. I'll be there. So to stop lying on us and sitting all this stuff next time, but I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna close. Just to see. All them promises they make, the new road and stuff they're gonna do, get it before the election ends, before the election is called, before the election day, because you might not get it. And that's what that lies. It's one-on-one for Commissioner Minister. Thank you.
Commissioner Cowan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Interesting meeting tonight. Just to clear up a few things that were said that were wrong. Ms. Williams, any comments, any calls I had with Suzette Monk is because she called me. And she brought me drawings of a football field over in Carroll County. That's the only thing I've ever seen. Which was totally inapplicable for the Monk property. The problem I had with Monk property is that we had already made an appraisal and an offer to her, and she rejected it. So as far as I was concerned, that deal was done. We still got to find property for a West Side Community Center. We've been looking. I had actually got with the chairman on several pieces of property that I knew was available, and to see if they would work out. None of them have really worked out yet until once we find something that will work out, we'll give that to Commissioner Sanders. She's not an engineer. She's not a lawyer. She's not familiar with a lot of things on even the property. I'm using my expertise freely
You're right.
to do that. Now, as to the gentleman that comes up here and accuses us of taking money, let me tell you something,
It hurts.
that makes me pretty mad. And
The truth
I'll
hurts.
tell you
Now
to
he's
go
making
right
a
over to
comment
the
about
sheriff
it. So,
and fill out a complaint on me. Because the next complaint is going to be a false report of a crime.
see, look at him making a threat against a citizen. Okay. So we're not going to pay that any attention.
Allegations out there that you can't back up, and they ain't nothing.
Free speech?
Doesn't matter about free speech.
Yeah.
You can't accuse somebody, you cannot defame a person by accusing them. of-
Free speech. I can say what I want to say.
Not, no, you can't. So, anyway.
He just made a threat to Paul Revere Jackson.
And
Running
as to
Threat Nation News. He just threatened us
the
with jail time.
board
But
commissioners here,
we're going to hold these bootleggers accountable.
I think we've had a good board of commissioners. Y'all think that there's been fighting and everything? Part of it. I don't see it being a problem. But I would suggest that down the road, the board needs to work together.
He's going to threaten. Here go the chairman
A lot
speaking.
of information been given out.
Remember, it's political season.
Came in here expecting one thing
They're going to protect their own brand.
receiving false information, receiving giving hope.
Naturally, he going to cover up for himself.
You got to make sure that we, as a board, put out factual information, especially when we're doing like that.
They stealing taxpayer
People out
money.
there for tonight, at least some. They left out here tonight in hopes that something is going to be done in this subdivision. That a certain person is going to get probably evicted out of that subdivision because of something that this board said.
These cronies do not care anything about the taxpayer. They only protecting their brand.
Because they didn't get the information correctly.
You gotta ask yourself, why is it that Commissioner Cowan, Mason, and Mr. Elwood, why is it that they always vote against District 3 and 2? What's in it for them? They got something to hide? The wolf in sheep's clothing. He's in the chicken coop. And I guarantee you he'll have chicken dinner every night on the taxpayer dime in them county. Yeah, he do. He playing. Listen to him. He got something to cover up. He only saying what you want him to hear because it is an election season. So he trying to protect his brand. And I told you, he got his people standing by. Okay then, good night. He just kicked a citizen out of a public hearing meeting because he did not want the truth to come out.